Hello all. I go by the name of Beaver, and I've been playing World of Warcraft on and off since I can remember. I have done it all from Mythic rating to Keystone Hero, and even grinding out some PvP ratings. One thing I've always enjoyed and wanted to get more into is the collecting side of the game. Throughout the years, I have collected a lot, but there's always a lot more left to collect. That being said, I'm creating characters to help achieve this goal of collecting items and achievements. For this, I have set aside some rules that I will be following to make it a bit easier and harder throughout this journey. My first rule is not going past level 20 for the classic zones and content. With each expansion that I go in, I will increase the level cap by 5 levels. The Burn Crusade will be level 25, Wrath of the Lich King will be level 30, and so on. As well, I cannot use any items that were not part of Classic can't be looted by Classic mobs, such as a 30 slot bag. My second rule is I cannot leave a zone until I have reached 100% with all the things add-on. That being said, there are some items that all the things tracks that weren't available during Classic, such as Elwyn Force showing some appearances to collect for Rogue Artifact Weapon. So things like that I'll be forced to skip. The auction house rule is very simple. I can only use it to sell items that I have looted, and I cannot buy anything from the auction house. Dungeons and raids. I've thought about this a lot, and I've decided I'll be skipping on farming the items inside a dungeon and raid until I've reached the legacy level of that expansion, such as level 45 for Classic, and I will do another series of dungeon and raid locked. My decision behind this is just due to the amount of time that it would require to collect all the items inside a dungeon, and how long it would take to kill the trash and bosses. And currently, personally, I just don't have that time to invest in that. But who knows, that might change in the future. For my alts, they must follow the same rules as above. But I am allowed to send items, materials, crafted items from alts to McBeaver and vice versa. And I can only create a race from a zone that I've already completed. The main reason behind the alts is so I can work on all the professions while collecting recipes and to help farm rare mobs on different timelines. For the allied races, Worgans and Pandarans will be figured out at a later date on how I should go about that, but most likely they'll get like a skip and I can just create the race as normal. Gear wise, I'll only be wearing gear that drop from quest and common gear quality to fill empty slots. That being said, any legendary weapons that I'll be able to farm in the future are able to be equipped. I just think it'd be cool to quest while dual wielding some more glaives. These rules are just in place for me to follow to make this adventure a little bit harder. And if anyone wants to follow these rules, they can, or they can even change them up if they want it. These rules might change in the future or have to be adjusted on certain expansions, but we'll see. Our first zone I'll be locked to will be the frigid cold Dun Morogh. Luckily, I only need a handful of items from the zone, so hopefully it won't take too long. The items I need to collect is Foreman Pants from Gibblewilt, Lumberjack Jerkin from Scarred Crackbore, completing all the quests, and one cooking recipe from a vendor. So now our journey begins. The only thing I need to do for Cold Ridge Valley is to complete all the quests. I've already gotten all the items here long ago, so this should be a pretty quick area. And with this last quest of a trip to Ironforge, we are now done with Cold Ridge Valley and can head towards Sakarnos. So I'm currently looking at the items I need for Dun Morogh here, and I noticed that I have some items not collected from the gnome starting area. I have a bad feeling that I can't do these quests as a dwarf, and they are only gnome locked. So I think I'll make a trip over to New Tinkertown and see if I'm able to do them as a dwarf. If not, might have to make a gnome alt. And it just so happens that the rare mob I need, Gibblewilt, is in Tinkertown. So let's see if I can get the pants to drop for me. Alright, let's see if I can even do any of the gnome starting quest as a dwarf. Heading down below, I don't see anything yet. Not a good sign. And nothing's popping up on my screen, so no. So here comes our first alt. I know that one of our rules is we have to complete the zone first before making that race from that zone. But since I cannot complete Dun Morogh without a gnome, I'm forced to create one. And it gives me more chance of killing Gibblewilt for those pants. So here's our first alt, Magic Beaver.
You're my grandma? I saw a character the other day called You're
And with the gnome starting quest completed, I can now mark off the quest section as completed. Now we go back to grinding out some levels on McBeaver and finish up some more quests in Dun Morogh. For Magic Beaver, I'll be going tailoring and enchanting. Since I'll be doing a lot of farming, I'll have a bunch of cloth and gear dropping, so it's best to get these two professions first, so my inventory doesn't get full later down the road. Oh shit, it dropped. Nice. And with the 4-min pants dropping, Gibblewilt is now completed. Let's see, I'm going after this lumberjack jerkin. Drop chance. 0.08. Holy shit. Yeah, comments are saying low drop, high drop chance. So listen. fantastic! Hey, let's go. Got it. The Lumberjack Jerkin. Took 66 kills. Nice. 66 kills later. Let's go. And 66 spores later, got the Jerkin to drop. Nice.
What's on your mind?
Let me get this load.
What's your back?
Because I can't get down. Because the next step should have been to go to.
Hey, there we go. Where's this down? And with the recipe of the brilliant smallfish, Dun Morogh is now completed. The only thing left to do now is to hit level 20 before leaving Dun Morogh. This one should be level 20. 20, let's go. Oh, kidding me. There we go. So with Dun Morogh completed, we can look back at our add-on and see there is a heritage and a quest for Loch Modan left to do. Since the heritage is not part of Classic, I'm not worried about that for now. And the quest of Pilot's Revenge is for Loch Modan, which we'll be going there at a later date. Feels good to have my first zone completed. This is one of many zones to be completed and can't wait to see what the other zones hold for us. The next zone should be Elven Forest.